This is question 6 of the November 2018 Standard Level Mathematics E-assessment for MYP, and we've got a video to watch first on healthy lifestyle. So there are many health benefits of exercise, whether it's getting active through fun activities or doing more serious structured workouts. Exercise helps you stay fit and healthy. Exercise has many other benefits. Exercise is not just good for the body, but it's also good for your mind and general feeling of well-being. Studies have shown that exercising is a great self-esteem booster that can help you feel good about yourself all day long. You may feel more relaxed and less stressed. In this question, you will review an exercise program for a 16-year-old student. You will be provided with information about maximum heart rate. Heart rate is measured in beats per minute, otherwise called BPM. An effective exercise program is reached when the heart rate is at least 80% of the maximum heart rate. A safe exercise program is achieved when the heart rate is below the maximum heart rate. The information provided in the question will help you review an exercise program. Okay, so for the first part of the question, and it's important to note that all the information you're given in the video, you're also given in the actual question written down. So we're told maximum heart rate in beats per minute is calculated in terms of age using the formula. So maximum heart rate is equal to 208 minus 0.7 multiplied by A, which is the age. And a safe exercise is one that stays below our maximum heart rate. So for part A, we have to show that the maximum heart rate is 197. So I'm going to take my formula, and it's for a 16-year-old student. So I'm going to substitute 16 in for A, the age. I'm going to put it into my calculator. 208 minus 0.7 times 16, 196.8, and rounded to the nearest beat per minute is 197, which is what we're told in the question. So just using the formula. Okay, going on to part B. So B starts off by saying, research has shown that the physical exercise is most effective when the heart rate reaches 80% of the maximum heart rate, and this should be maintained for 15 minutes. Determine the heart rate of a 16-year-old for the most physical exercise. Give your answer to the nearest beat. So most effective, it's when it's 80% of the maximum heart rate, which we've worked out to be 197. So in order to do 80% of 197, what percentage means out of 100, all means times. Put this back into my calculator. And I get 156.7. Rounded to the nearest beat is going to be 157 beats per minute. Okay, so it's when the heart rate reaches 80% of the maximum heart rate. This is our max, so 80% of that is what we've just worked out. Okay, going on to C. So the heart rate of a 16-year-old student was monitored whilst doing 30 minutes of exercise. The changes in heart rate during the exercise are modeled by the function shown below, where T is the elapsed time in minutes and HT is the beats per minute. And write down the number of times the heart rate was 100 during 30 minutes of exercise. Here's our 30 minutes of exercise. Where is it 100? Well, it was 100 once here. It was 100 here as well, so it's twice. And it was also 100 here. So it was 100 beats per minute, a total of 3 times. Okay, and this is a 1-mark question. Write down the number of times. So it's a question of just reading off the graph. The graph crosses 100 once, twice, 3 times. Okay, going on to part D. Calculate the heart rate after 11 minutes of training. Just let it scroll up. Give your answer to the nearest beat. So after 11 minutes of training, so these are our formulas, and it tells us the time that we have to use them. So if the time is between 0 and 15, we use the first formula. If the time is between 15 and 20, we need to apply the second part. And if the time is between 20 and 30 minutes, we use this formula. So because we're only looking at 11 minutes, we're going to use, it's between 0 and 15, we're going to use the first formula. So we're told HT is equal to 70 multiplied by 1.04 to the power of t, which is time. We're told that time is 11 minutes. And again, we put this into our calculator. So 70 multiplied by 1.04 to the power of 11, which is 107.76. The nearest beats per minute, it's going to be 100, and we're going to round it up because this number is bigger than 5. 108 beats per minute. And the last part of the question, based on the behavior of the graph, discuss the effectiveness and safety of this 30-minute exercise. So we're looking at the graph and we're going to talk about the safety and effectiveness. So first off, is the exercise safe? So we're told in the question at the start that it is safe if it is underneath the maximum heart rate, which is 197. Is this graph underneath 197? Well, 197 will be up here. And yep, the exercise is always underneath. So you can see it said the exercise is safe as heart rate, excuse my writing, is always beneath maximum heart rate of 197 beats per minute. Is it effective? Well, we're told it's effective if you do 15 minutes at 80% of your maximum heart rate, which is 157. So where's 157? Well, 140, 160, so it's going to be just under 160. Right, and they're only doing above 160 for less than a few minutes, okay? Because 160 is going to be here. Yeah, it's only a few minutes, so it's not effective. As 80% of max heart rate is achieved for only a few minutes, not 15 minutes, which is what we're told in the question. For it to be effective, you have to do 80% of your maximum heart rate for 15. They're only doing it for just a few minutes, a couple of minutes. Okay, if you've got any questions on that, just let me know. It's a question of just reading the question carefully, getting all the necessary information, using your calculator properly, but give me a shout if you need any help.